morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel Umstead. I'm the owner of the Nathaniel Group, and thank you so much for joining me this morning. If this is your first time tuning in, again, thank you so much. And if you haven't already, should be at the bottom right corner. There's a little subscribe button. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for videos such as this. And you are in for a treat because this is the beginning of a 10-day a series in which we're going to go over the Pareto Principle. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, the Pareto Principle, what? So some of you may have heard of the 80-20 rule. Now, with the 80-20 rule, yes, you pretty much only need 80% of your life, but when some people go look for the other 20%, you get the feeling hurt. So, the Pareto Principle, as it states, and the definition should be coming up shortly here. While it is, I'm going to go read. The Pareto Principle, also known as the 80-20 rule, the law of the vital few, or the principle of factor sparsity, states that for many events, roughly 80% of the effects come from 20% of the causes. Now, to break that down in simple terms, we're actually going to be going over 10 different ways, 10 different ideas, 10 different strategies, 10 different thoughts in regards to applying the 80-20 rule to your life to better yourself. Now, a lot of these is going to take some practice. A lot of these things are not going to be right off the bat like, oh my gosh, the 80-20 rule. Now I get it. Thank you so much, Daniel Umstead. Definitely nothing like that. This is something that I definitely want you to research and definitely look into further on your own times. So, starting off, the 80-20 rule that I want to go over today is wealth. You know, we're always talking about wealth and opportunities, and because my tagline is "Stay blessed, my fellow millionaires," what better way to kick off this series by jumping straight into it? Hey, so how do you build wealth again? And this social equity and this net worth and network from some of my past videos for you if you've already encountered them. But with the 80-20 rule as it applies to business, in 2007, and I'm just reading off, the top 20% possessed 80% of all financial assets. How crazy is that? The top 20% was responsible for 80% of all financial assets in the U.S. Back in 2007. Now, to break down that principle, so it's like, 10, you're killing me. You're talking about some principle of factor sparsity. Now we jump it into top 20% of wealth. This still doesn't apply to me. Yes, it actually does. So think of it this way, if you will. Let's say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That's 5 days, correct? 5 days. And on each of those days of the week, you have 10 friends. And of those 10 friends, coincidentally, you have broken it up where each day of the week you spend 2 hours with those 2 friends. And so, starting off, the first, Monday, your first 2 friends are, let's say, Millionaire Monday. Just so happens to be Monday. So, Millionaire Monday. Millionaire Monday, you spend your 2 hours spent time with 2 of your closest friends who are millionaires. You learn their ways, tactics, strategies, concepts that you never even thought of. And you're like, but then I don't have any millionaire friends. Oh, cool. Do you think you could probably get into an event that maybe costs $5 free to learn more about wealth investments, blah, 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 blah? Excuse me, or even something virtually that you know millionaires are a part of and you just so happen to stumble upon it because pretty sure they're definitely out there. But above all, spending 2 hours in regards to learning how to build wealth, in regards to seeing how behaviors are with millionaires, or even simply attending conferences, seminars, webinars, what have you, to get yourself to where you need to be at with that. So, with that being said, Monday, 2 hours, you spend it with some millionaire friends, or you're learning how to be wealthy. Great, right? Tuesday comes along. You end up with your homies. Yo, bro, man, I can't tell you about this event. Yo, man, we supposed to be going out. We still doing bowling? Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's go. Y'all talking about bowling. What happened in the past? What happened that day? Politics, NBA, March Madness, what have you. Your conversations tend to get off topic compared to a typical millionaire conversation where you just sit back and learning or applying some of the principles that you learned from Monday to that Tuesday. This happens again Wednesday. This also happens again on Thursday. Friday comes and it's the end of the week and you're like, oh, this is, you know what? This ain't too bad. You know what? I could probably knock everything out. Oh, one of the strategies that my millionaire friend told me, or that I learned from a millionaire, was to email more people and probably get connected with them on LinkedIn per se, and go forward from there. Yeah. All right, you know what? I'm gonna do that Friday. Friday comes along. It's family time. Cousins, that you saw last week, you're seeing again now on Friday, and you guys are hanging out. So those other 4 days got taken away from you. That 80%, 4 out of 5 out of 40, 80%. That 80% got taken away from you. Some way, somehow, distraction. And that 20% of the time throughout your whole week of Monday through Friday, that Monday, that 2 hours, that 2 hours out of 10 hours, that 20%, had you focused on that 20%, how closer would you be to your goal? How closer would you be in regards to referring back to that information had you spent the same 2 hours on Monday that you applied to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? So with that being said, is that concentrate your time on what's getting you closer to your goals. Concentrate your 20% of time getting you to where you need to be at. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, like, Dan, I'm still not following you. How about this? Out of your 10 friends, and if you got more than that, hey, that's awesome. But take the 20% of your friends. And the example is simply as such. You got 10 friends, your top 2 friends. Which of those top 2 friends are getting you closer to your goal? Which of your top 2 friends is encouraging you to practice more? Which one of your top 2 friends is saying, hey, you know what? Didn't you mention that you're supposed to be getting some studying done? I think you need to go do that now. Which one of your top 2 friends is going to help you produce your 80% of your results? And if your sphere of influence doesn't allow you to get that, I think you need to go look for some 2 friends or 2 influencers, whether it be online or even just going out to webinars, as I mentioned before, even seminars and such, whether it be online, face-to-face, Eventbrite, Meetup, or even just attending a local Facebook group that has local meetups, or even simply as such where they just do webinars or seminars and such locally in the area or around the area. So it's basic, cut your time down to that 20% in regards to how your social friends are, and watch your life change. So now, I'm not saying that you got to cut your friends off. I mean, that is up to you. But if you got a goal in mind, who wants to sit around Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday missing on opportunities to get to that goal? Why won't you want to focus on that if that's where you're trying to get to? So that is how the Pareto Principle applies in this situation. So with that, that's pretty much it. Yeah, the rest is hogwash notes. And I just want to show you guys, I've been working on this, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be a good 10 days in regards to what's going to be held in information. So with that being said, and I know what you're thinking, but Dan, you said that we would have a resume writing tip, and you also told us that we would have a realtor tip. Oh, it did, didn't I? All right, so, and of course, we're still going to be ending the day with this as well. So for the realtor tip, leverage. My fellow realtors, if you're stuck behind anything at all, if you're stuck on leads, who do you know that can produce leads? Now, mind you, I'll just say this from experience with eXp Realty, and feel free to join. You can definitely give me a call, 267-702-3756. Probably should put the number down here somewhere. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Boom. So 267-702-3756. Give me a call if you are looking to change brokerages. But with that being said, I want you to think about, if you will, who is the top person that you could reach out to within your brokerage, within your sales team, within your company, or within your field or industry that you could get connected to, that you could provide leverage to. And it's something that's basic, if you know somebody, let's say for real estate, is doing $1 million listings, hey, how can you get close to that person that does $1 million listings? Or somebody that may be on the West Coast and your brokerage is doing really good, maybe follow their practices and wits on how to do $1 million listings. If that's what you're looking for, if you're still looking just for $250,000 home and how to succeed at those. Let's just check out single family rentals, Googling that and your tactics. So, realtor tip, providing leverage to others to build not only the other person up, but you as well to get to where you need to be at. And please don't think that what you give is going to become automatic. Some people may have to give weeks, months of their time before that final click comes into play. But once it does, you want to be known as that realtor that helps, provides, and support others rather than the one that just takes it all in. Or, yeah, I mean, they're okay to work with. No, they're good people. Right off the bat, I don't need to not know that alone recommendation means that they're okay. So, with that being said, the realtor tip of the day is definitely leverage. For your resume writing tip of the day, your cover letter. Your cover letter should have bullet points. You know, you got to think about what that cover letter is providing to the employer, especially if they're asking for it. Now, if it says optional cover letter, please go for it. If the job application doesn't require a cover letter, don't do it. It's a waste for me as the recruiter. It's a waste for everybody. You know, if anything, I, as a recruiter, especially if I'm searching for or trying to fill 30 jobs with my team, all I want to know is results. What did you do? So when you're submitting your resume, especially if you know it's a bulk order position, the job is to apply, call back, follow up via email, and keep calling back again until you get a response, yes or no. But that'll go into another tip of the day, maybe even tomorrow. Got to tune in. So with that being said, for the resume writing tip, your cover letter should have bullet points in regards to your 3 top skills or 3 top skills that you researched that can apply to you on your cover letter. If you need assistance with that, please be sure to give me a call, 267-702-3756. But above all, thank you again so much for joining me today. And again, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the Nathaniel Group. I'll be seeing you soon. And as always, stay blessed, my fellow millionaires. Have a great one.
Fleslet on the beat.